COVID uncovered a lot of frailty in the network we have around the country, whether it's warehousing or transportation. It showed up how federated our country is. It was probably the first big decision and discussion we had to have at the board table and at the leadership table about how are we managing each state very differently. How are we crossing the borders, whether that's on rail or on road.
So who would have thought if you go back 3 years that supply chain would be on the front page of daily newspapers on a regular basis right around the globe. And the big learning and reflection for me through this COVID period has been just how connected we all are and how dependent we are right up and down the supply chain, how impacts and disruption in one part can really have flow through to a number of different parties.
What's important is the consolidation of voices, and all industries play this part. With a wide, broad membership base like we do have that's highly influential, once we get in a room, the consolidated view is important, and then the ALC communicates that.
Look, I think the biggest challenge we faced was just the learning around agility. So the need to do things differently, to really challenge status quo and start to react differently. So every day for the last 3 years, the business has been facing some different degree of crisis, some different degree of disruption. And so the learning out of that and the challenge out of that is not only to come together, but to innovate and to really think about how do we challenge ourselves to work differently, and how do we not just react in a crisis, but then how do we take those learnings moving forward.